Welcome and good day, everyone. Sorry, it's been, I feel like a little bit since I've been able to get on here. We were able to get away for the weekend, and the weather has not been great at all. But I want to get on here. I think I'm going to do a few readings here, so keep an eye out on my channel. I will continue with the daily readings for the week, but we already have lots of messaging coming out here today, so Spirit is anxious to speak to everyone who's come on here today. So, first card out is a higher view. The number 41 and this big, beautiful owl on here. Wow, that owl is representing wisdom. They're also, what comes to mind is hunting. The owls are amazing in terms of seeking out what it is that they're looking for, and that could be like in the bush or however they are able to maneuver themselves very easily, and they have very keen eyesight. And so what this is giving me, or what Spirit's telling me, is that you are definitely on a mission, and you have a lot of wisdom that carries you through life, even in terms of the idea where this owl is carrying the woman. You have a lot of wisdom within you. So this, to me, just know that you've done very well with all of the trials and tribulations throughout your lifetime. And the 4 and the 1 here, so number 41, 4 and the 1 is equal to 5, of course, when we add the 2 together. And so 5's representing challenges, freedom, change. But this change is a change that you want, and it is a change that you are navigating with all of the wisdom that you have. And even underneath this owl, I'm getting a sense of like a water drop underneath the owl. And to me, as emotion and spirituality is represented by that water. But we do have an element of fire and air here. So very well balanced wisdom that you have acquired in your lifetime. And now is the time to really take a good higher view of everything that's happening in your life. So, looking at the changes in your life or the transformation that you may be going through at this point in time, if you can, especially if you struggle with the changes that are happening in your life, if you can just kind of scale back a little bit and look at things from a higher perspective, that maybe you can see exactly where you're going when you come back a little bit and have a little bit higher view of what it is, where you're headed. Beautiful energy there. And then we also have the divine matrix. So it looks, this one here is number 44. 4 and 4 to me is that number 8. So lots of abundance, lots of stability here with the number 44. And it says divine matrix, but I'm going more with intuitive feelings on this one. And to me, it looks as though that you have, made a commitment or a contract to either Mother Earth or to, to the powers that be before you came down here. But you are absolutely on your way to the mission that you're supposed to be doing here. And when you're doing this mission, I do see that it brings in a lot of abundance, even in terms of, the stars and all the foliage around this kind of tunnel or a portal, or you've been through something. You can even look at this as a birth canal, and I'm sorry, I don't know why these messages are coming up in terms of that, but when I look at this, it almost looks like a tunnel, something that you have gone through and that you have chosen to go through for your own development. And maybe this was an agreement that you made prior to even coming here to this physical earth plane. But you are absolutely through this portal. I don't know if you can see her face here, or this, it's an image of a face, whether it's feminine or masculine, that does not matter. beings, however you identify. So you are directly through this portal. There's no still in or any of that. You're all in terms of the commitment that you have made, or even, like I said, like a contract with Mother Earth, that you are the Oracle's gift, that you are the Oracle's gift. And this is the very next card that's coming out here, number 37. And it almost looks like a teepee inside of this cup. To me, that's significant, but we also see the trees around there. So around this teepee that's inside of the cup. Ever beautiful that is, with this beautiful golden light coming from within. So when I look at this cup, it's like this beautiful energy that is coming from within. And we see the beautiful blues and greens that almost look as though it's wings beneath this cup. But I just knew this was going to happen. I had a feeling when I took these oracle cards out earlier that I would may have to look at the book just to get a little bit more meaning around this. But I want to look at what the oracle's gift is all about and give you just a little bit more information. It is about energy, I see. It is about second sight, clairvoyance, seeing the future, and seeing fate as being predetermined or determined by the choices that you make throughout your life. So now the choices that you have made throughout your life, you're beginning to see the signs around you that, connecting with higher self, that clairvoyance or that inner seeing or knowing. I'm recognizing potentials versus absolute determinism. Interesting. So this is about freedom of choice, really, is what this oracle gift is about. It's about being accountable and understanding that the choices that you have made throughout your lifetime is what has brought you to this point. And it almost just seems though you've gone through this long tunnel, and you are out here on the other side, and it is the wisdom that you have gained while you went through this tunnel and how we see this emergence. So even to me, looking at this card, the emergence here, with that teepee inside of that cup there, for me, it's like you have access to the Akashic records. So through going through this long period of time that has allowed you to create this oracle's gift by the choices that you have made throughout your lifetime, and has brought you to where you are today. So accessing the inner wisdom of all of the greats that have come before us. So I shouldn't even say all of the greats, all of the people, all of the ancestors, anyone who's lived before us, all of that internal knowledge and internal wisdom goes into the Akashic records. So things that people have experienced in their lives, all of that information goes into this. And because we are all connected, as people, as humans here on this earth, we have an opportunity to be able to go within, and if we're focused, and if we're determined, and if we've done our healing and our work, we have access to this Akashic records here. And so for whoever is watching here today, do know that you are being acknowledged as doing your work. So looking after whatever traumas, healing, whatever has had to happen that you've done. You've made very wise decisions throughout your lifetime. And this is the golden opportunity of where you are now with this oracle's gift. Ever beautiful. Wow, just amazing. So much coming from these cards here this morning. So like I said, I think what it is Spirit is saying, I have a lot to say here. Where have you been? And I am terribly sorry for not having an opportunity to get online here in the last couple of days. So let me see here. Let's get some tarot for the collective. Any messages that need to be brought forward here for the collective, spirit, creator. Um, let's see, what do we have here? I'll take these. Okay. So the first couple of cards that came out here are the Three of Swords and the Sun. So as we see here, there's been some pain and some heartache, but the way that I read these with these first cards coming out, terribly sorry about my nails here, but they will do, suffice. But anyways, the upset that has happened, there has been some pain that you've been feeling just here in the recent past, but what's really amazing is the card that came out with this Three of Swords is the Sun. So you are triumphing over this pain or heartache that you may be experiencing. When I look at this card and we keep in mind about this gift of the Oracle, here as that overall energy, this overall insight into what it is that we need to hear today, is this I always look at this little baby on the horse, or this little person on the horse, and how happy and free this little child is on the horse. So to me, it has not been without some heartache, for you to be able to get to this place of the sun, where everything is beautiful and bright, and there's freedom here. We also have the sunflowers, representing that happiness, and you have definitely gone through it. And I, like I say, when I see this very first card that we came out, that wisdom, you have overcome these challenges throughout your lifetime, and you are now here in the sun. Okay. We have the Three of Cups and we have the King of Swords. So in the center of your reading, we have the the Three of Cups, and that is celebrations, getting together with friends, just really feeling good about what's happening in your life right now. Beside this, we have the King of Swords. And this is clarity. When we see the swords or the air sign, it is about mental clarity. So the king, of course, being at the top of the suits, that this king has been able to master all things with the mind. So you've been able to really keep a handle on any racing thoughts or thoughts that really do not serve you any longer. There is a celebration about being able to maneuver around the ego or the stinking thinking, to me, is what this is representing here. We have the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is looking at that different perspective, that this man has gone into this place of looking at everything carefully and ensuring that the path that you're on, and this comes right underneath that owl here too. So, there is a wisdom where you take a pause and have a look around before you decide about what those next steps for you are. And then we have Three Cups here. We have the Knight of Wands. So we have maybe a spiritual offer that is on its way into you. And we have the Emperor. So mastery, being a boss, being in, having the qualities of all of the four kings is who becomes the emperor. So you have been able to master everything in terms of your thoughts, your emotions, your spirituality, the vision that you have for yourself. And the physical body is a part of this. So what I see here is that, and then the final card we have here is the Wheel of Fortune. So again, this is in your immediate future where we begin to see an offer coming in that may be able to put you in this emperor position. So this is kind of what I'm getting from this, because at the center of this reading is the Three of Cups, which is that celebration. And we have the Sun on the one side of this Three of Cups, and we have the King of Swords on the other side of this Three of Cups. So as you are celebrating, getting through all of the hardships, all of the obstacles, trials, and tribulations that have made you this oracle's gift, like how amazing is that? Just absolutely beautiful. And with this oracle's gift, we see the number 37 there. So 3 and 7 makes 10, which is the number 1 in terms of numerology. And this is about new beginnings, your own pathway forward with all of the wisdom and being in a new timeline, really, because you have gone through this portal, through these hardships, to be able to get to the other side here. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Do know that if you did see this reading here today, that it is for you. It is meant for you. If it resonates, I should say if it resonates with you, that this is definitely your reading. So please like, share, and subscribe. It's really benefiting my channel. I appreciate everyone who has taken the time to sit with me and watch. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Take care.